Now we are moving ahead with our third panel discussion, and it's about balancing productivity, profitability, and planet health. We will talk about the new nutrient paradigm, balanced fertilization and integrated nutrient management, policy reforms and subsidy rationalization, making India globally competitive. And for that, into the session, our moderator will be Mr. Dinesh Singh, Business Head, Fertilizer, Reliance Industry Limited. Can we have a big round of applause, everyone? Thank you very much. Next, I would like to invite our panel discussion. And our panelist is Mr. Manoj Varshney, Managing Director and CEO, IFFCO-MC Crop Science. Mr. Dushyant K. Tyagi, Chief Executive Officer, Farmgate Technologies Private Limited. Mr. Navdeep Mehta, Business Head, Agribusiness, Gencrest. Mr. Manas Tewari, Biological Portfolio Lead, Yara Fertilizer India Private Limited. Can we have a big round of applause for all the panelists, everyone? Thank you very much. Okay, now I just request Mr. Dinesh Singh to please kindly go ahead.
Thank you so much. Yes, I love to audience. So, if you take the agriculture has these several problems. But before that, coming to the several problems, I would just like to tell you, just even they ask you, if you see any man in the 1960, what he was wearing? I hope dhoti and kurta. If we see any woman in 1960, what she was wearing? Sari, dhoti, okay? But today, what the man is wearing and what the woman is wearing, there is a lot of changes is there. So why not in agriculture? From dhoti, they have come to the skirt, mini skirt, jeans, anything. Over this, all the women, my daughter, my mother, my wife, everyone, my friends, if we see the men, they have entirely, their attire has changed. But if we see the soil, fertilizer, now it has, the consumption of the chemical fertilizer has reached up to the 70 million. And since the last 60-70 years, farmers are using chemical fertilizer. There is no change. The consumption is increasing every year. Why not there should be the change? There is the excess use of the chemical fertilizer. Soil carbon has degraded like anything. It has come from 1% to 0.3%. And because of the excess use of the chemical fertilizer, lot of the pest attack is there, diseases are there, soil has gone down. If we see globally, every year, 483 billion soil is degrading every year. And what is the output? If I say the agri-waste, around in India, is a 280 million is the agri-waste. And because of the agri-waste, there is a lot of the problem in the climate also. Now, this is the time to rethink. And I am sorry to say, since last, I had almost 4 decades of the experience. And since the last 4 decades, I have attended so many summits, so many conferences, so many commitment by so many companies. Companies, from one company, they made 4 companies, 5 companies. So where is the farmer? Even today also the farmer is as it is. Their land has reducing, land holding is reducing. It's 88% of land holding is less than 5 acres. If we take the less than 2.5 acres, it's 65 to 70%. Now this is the time to rethink on this. Can we go for the farming without soil? Now we have to open our eyes. That is why we are here to discuss with all our speakers. So today's topic is reimagining nutrient solution for the sustainable agriculture. So I will just introduce our distinguished speaker, Mr. Manoj Varshney. He is the Managing Director and CEO, IFFCO-MC Crop Science. तालियां कम हुई हैं. Yes. Now good. And then Mr. Dushyant Tyagi, Chief Executive Officer, Farmgate Technology Private Limited. Mr. Navdeep Mehta is the Business Head, Agribusiness, Gencrest, India Limited. And Mr. Manoj Tewari is the Biological Portfolio Lead, Yara Fertilizer. So let us start this. I will start with Mr. Dushyant Tyagi. He is basically in the digital technology. So can this tech enable the integrated nutrient management, improve the farmer's profitability and the huge efficiency? I will request Mr. Dushyant Tyagi to give the highlights on this, how we can increase the farmer's profitability. I am more focused on the farmers.
Right, sir. Thank you organizers for this opportunity. And for last 10 years, we are working in the field of agriculture digitization, especially on the market side. So that experience tells us one simple thing. Farmers always respond well, respond very fast to any technological intervention if it gives, some kind of visible, quantified economic benefit to them. So this is the fundamental behind any technology. So future of we are moving towards an era where agriculture is supposed to be connected, and not agriculture, I mean the whole life systems are supposed to be connected: plant life, aquatic life, animal life. So connect, because we are moving towards an era where you will need a lot of data points, and all these data points are required to converge at a place to draw right kind of a decision. So when we talk about nutrient management, I can see that in future we have to give a way for a conventional or traditional nutrient management systems to more data and tech-enabled nutrient management systems, where decisions would be taken basis verified and quantified real-time data. So definitely there are examples, number of examples, where precision applications are bringing efficiencies in terms of reducing losses of nutrients and improving efficiencies.
Thank you. Just tell me how much time it will take to actually
happen.
So
I will tell you, see one example, it's a parallel. I will shortly tell you. See, all of us know in Indian agriculture we have three fundamental problems. One is ever dropping holdings. Second is absence of institutional credit and insurance for hedging the risk. And the third typical problem, our ever dropping productivities. And all three are correlated. So what we could find out 10 years back, the answer to all these questions is parked in the market part of the ecosystem, market part of the value chain. If realizations are not good, farmers are very smart, they will immediately reduce their investment into the crop. So we started, working on the market side, and in last 10 years, we have digitized 1,720 IFFCO-MCs across country. We have crossed around $52 billion, GTV, gross transaction value. We do 24,700 transactions per minute. We have brought around 139 commodities being traded on the platform. Why I am quoting all this? Just to give an idea how fast things are changing around us. It's like same when I used, ATM first time I used to count. So it's not that things are not moving. Government is coming up some good initiatives. Agriculture being a state subject in our country, it takes a lot of time to join the dots. For example, Agri-Stack scheme is positioned just to capture data, and once this data is democratized and everyone and all of us have access to this data, we can build integrated systems very fast. I would say, sir, next 5 years are very critical for us because internet connectivity is improving, AI is coming, AI is going to impact our life everywhere. So we feel integrated nutrient management platforms, they will make decisions better easy, better real time, and we are focusing down. Like I said, the issue is in our holding size. So plot level intelligence is important. So government is targeting to geofence, geotag each field, each cluster, and then probably top down and bottoms up data and analytics will definitely make our solutions on the nutrient side better efficacy.
So just tell me, just mostly the farmers are the marginal or small farmers having the less than the 5 acre land or the 2.5 acre land. So how affordable they can?
So this is again, we in many of the discussions today we said how we know, all of us, I know we have done a lot of soil testing. Our first company, Chambal Fertilizers, was the first company to establish 3 labs. Every year we will do at least 1,000 samples. But but adoption was not at all, that encouraging. But from those days to today, I mean, visibility has improved a lot. You can quantify the benefit very well. In case of nutrient, it is very, very challenging to show the benefit. Probably in case of production, it's easy. You apply a chemical, you can show the result. So coming back to your question again, a lot is happening in the background. One day these dots will join and we will start seeing result on nutrition side also. For example, market side, I want to tell you, sir. See, we are the largest spot trading platform globally today. And market is the most strong and monolith in our value chain. And somebody was talking today, dealers are like a problem or challenge for all of us. Please see in other sectors, we have to work towards changing their role because you just cannot eliminate any stakeholder in an established value chain. So how do we change, these dealers' role rather than, harnessing the value from both the sides, manufacturers and farmers to contributors. So these things are happening in the background on policy and quite encouraging. When we started off INAM, we used to get 2.5 bids for one lot. Today we get around 11 bids for one lot. So things are definitely going to change.
See, the nano and the customized fertilizer model. So what role do you see the digital traceability and the precision application playing the enhancing the adoption and the demonstrating impact at the scale?
Traceability builds trust. Everyone in today's world, everyone is looking for safe food. Everyone is looking for visibility. So if you build traceable systems, for example, you can basically have QR coded usage history. You can have, if you capture the data right from seed till the time harvest, then probably your output quality will be better, your exportability will improve.
Thank you. Now my question is for the Navdeep Mehta. See, biological are becoming the key to sustainable agriculture. So how the biological nutrient can replace and how much they can replace the chemical fertilizer?
Great, thank you so much.
But without compromising on the that doesn't.
So first of all, I'm feeling very honored sharing this stage with a great veteran in this industry. Thank you so much for that. And just answering your question today it's a matter of choice of using the chemical and the biological one. If I take an example of our life also, where some of the people to fill that stomach, they go for the fast food. Some of the people to fill their stomach, they prefer the healthy food like sprouts and dosa and idli and some other stuff. So it's a matter of choice at this moment. I will also give a perspective like today we have a plate very full of different grains and meal, where salad is a very small portion or somebody doesn't prefer yet. So that's a situation of biological at this moment, where it is compared with the salad presenting in the plate, or it's nowhere at this moment. But at the same time, I would say people and the farmers are understanding the importance of that particular salad, biological, and that's why we have seen I would say, growth and development and acceptance from the farmer on this space. Definitely, going forward, it's going to be very important and critical in cultivation, especially when we talk about the nutrient availability. So I think biological can play a much more role in terms of making nutrient more available, because some of the biologicals or the biostimulants are having a bioavailable nutrients, which definitely plant or soil will prefer comparatively more. Because if we compare with the blood transfusion, so it is if some human has to do that blood transfusion, only possibility is to get the human blood, not any other species, right? So that's the same case for plant. If bioavailable nutrients are there from any biological or biostimulant, that will be more preferable and more acceptable by the plants also. And that too very negative, I would say no negative impact on soil and environment. So that's pretty much one. And second is about making the soil health much more better. So with the microbes and other biologicals, so we can improve the soil health, and it's improving in some of the spaces and geographies where it can give a kind of more water retention also. So in that way, if we improve the availability of the nutrient and the soil health, definitely it's going to improve the yield also. So there will be no compromise on the yields as well.
So what ecosystem level collaboration between the government, industry, startup are essential to accelerate the next green level evolution? Without this, why innovative breakthrough?
Oh, so I'm feeling too young to answer this question, but definitely I will try that. So to bring that a kind of next green revolution, so I believe that it can't be done by any individual. So multi-stakeholder collaboration is required in this space to bring that one again. And where definitely government, industry, and startup collaboration and the ecosystem is very much required. One is to make the policies very simple and fast track, so that I would say reach to the market or launch to the market will be in a very pace so that it will be much more easily available to the farmer and in a speedy manner. Second is I believe it can be a kind of co-development of or co-research for the new innovations, whether it's a nano or biological or in that space. So that can be also co-funded, so that the idea should not remain at the lab level, it should reach the mass. So I believe today is a challenge that there are a lot of research going on where it remains at the lab level because they don't have kind of funds or investment to make it available to the mass. So I think that's another piece. And third would be there is a huge, as I mentioned, it's kind of pretty much small salad on the plate or nothing. So there is a huge knowledge gap. So in terms of adoption or awareness about the biologicals. So I think there is an area where I think these institutes can collaborate and make an ecosystem for the education and capability development on this space, so that people should understand more about biologicals and the crop nutrition, so that the adoption goes much quicker. But we have seen in the, I think we all have witnessed this, that we have seen in the many years, and I would say rather years is a decades now, where adoption rate of the biological is still very, very slow. So I think there is a knowledge gap where definitely these ecosystems are required.
See, mostly the farmers have almost 70% having the cereal crop. Okay, and if we see the cereal crop, the cost benefit ratio is a very lower side. So how these biologicals can make it affordable so that the farmers can increase their income? Because they cannot afford this high costly biologicals.
I think again I would say it's a kind of knowledge gap. I would agree or disagree with you that the biologicals are on premium side. It's not. Actually, if you compare the per acre cost or the benefit ratio, definitely the biological will deliver much more than. So I think it's about understanding, where we have to understand deeply on that what is the kind of per day cost it is delivering, and what are the per acre cost it is, and also the benefits they are delivering. So it's about understanding, I would say.
Thank you. Now this question for the Manoj Tewari. See, with increasing focus on the planet health, how can biological and fortified nutrient products help to restore the soil fertility while creating the measurable benefit for the farmers?
So good afternoon, everyone. It's been a pleasure to be here and sharing guys with all the senior leaders of the industry. To answer your question, I think from a scientific perspective, biological solution which includes microbial infused biostimulants or fermentation kind of a product can definitely help in restoring the soil vitality. It can improve the soil or root interaction, or increase, you can say, organic matter, and at the same time, I would say that would help in improving the overall structure of the soil and improve water holding capacity. In today's context, if I say, I would say today's world, I think our plants are highly exposed to erratic climatic condition or unpredictable climatic condition. And I think here biologicals, biostimulants, they can actually help in recovering them from abiotic stress, and at the same time they can make it more resilient for stable as well as sustainable growth. When coming to the fortified nutrient products, I would say one thing which is important and always strike to my mind is a growing crisis of malnutrition. That's really very worrisome point. Okay, 40% of Indian children, they are zinc deficient. 35% of them are stunned, and that's straight away conveying that whatever we are eating is actually filling our stomach, but not nourishing our body. So here, I think today, fruits, vegetables, grain, whatever we are eating, I think they are having significant lower nutrient content than what it used to be like a couple of decades back. And one of the reasons which I feel is obviously is imbalance or maybe excessive use of fertilizers, especially focusing on NPK, and somewhere not focusing on essential macro or micronutrients. So I think here both the solution for if farmers utilize both biologicals as well as fortified nutrition, I think that will help in nutrient use efficiency, and that along with enhancing the yield or profitability. The most important thing is that the nutrient value to the food which we eat, and that is something which is important. So yes, I would say overall both the products they are a solution for healthier soil, better measurable, profitable to the farmers, and yes, especially nourishing the young children who are the future of India. So yes, to me, I think that's a true, you can say, planetary health, which I look forward, and it all starts with the soil beneath our feet.
Thank you. Second, just see geopolitical uncertainty affecting our supply chain, especially for the chemical fertilizer, because we are dependent on the import of the fertilizers. Okay, so how India can just strategically diversify and innovate this long-term nutrient security. Innovate the new product for the long-term nutrient security.
To begin with, I think I would like to acknowledge the way Indian government have worked. I think over past 1 year, I think they have done a commendable job in ensuring the supplies of the fertilizers over time, looking at navigating the geopolitical uncertainty, especially when the global prices are going up and the supply chain disruption. So I think it has not been done over the immediately. I think they've been working from quite a couple of years. If maybe I can give a quote example of urea, I think over past 2-3 years they were successfully able to revive few plants, 4 or 5 plants, which is contributing near about 6.5 million tons of urea now. So that has been we are in the right path. And apart from that, I think diversifying the import sources, I think that's an opportunity because I think this year, in spite of geopolitical uncertainty, they were successfully able to give a consistent supply when we saw the traditional route were blocked. So yes, overall, I would say India, the government is doing, they are on the right path and doing a great job. Apart from that, I think I would like to focus more on the newer innovative products. I think that's the way forward, because that actually add values to the farmer, and that can give a scope of reducing our high dependency on conventional fertilizers, I would say. And as a Yara, I think we are highly committed in developing and giving these advancements to the farmers. And I think the products like micronutrients or a nanotechnology based product or biofertilizer, I think they can actually add values to the farmers in future. And as Yara, I think in 2018, I think we have done a huge investment in India, acquiring the urea plant in Uttar Pradesh. And if condition is conducive, I think we'll continue to invest more in India, and that too on the new innovative products, which actually can add value to the farmers. So yeah.
Thank you. Now my question for you, Manoj. See, as the industry strives to the balanced fertilizer-led nutrient management with the responsible agrochemical use, how do you see the convergence of the two segments shaping the Indian next leap in the farm product?
So, thank you very much, sir. First of all, very interesting panel for me. We are talking fertilizer, and then we are looking for how do we integrate advances of crop protection in the crop nutrition and talk on sustainability, right? So very interesting put up. And I do not know, somehow accidentally or by chance also fits well with me, is because I worked for 10 years adding nutrition to soils and the crops, and then last 3 years I've been working purely on the crop protection. So probably I'll be able to share my perspectives or some insights to the team here. I think a farmer is facing both the problem. All of us agree with that, right? He is facing the nutrition problem also, and then he is facing the pest problem also, almost on the same time, right? But now he has to go to a fertilizer shop to get a nutrition product, and he has to go to a pesticide shop to get a pesticide product, right? But there are some people who try to integrate both, but they failed, right? Though even for the same farmer. So experimentation on the market front, I think have not been able to achieve that scale, but fundamentally the problem remains the same for the same soil, same crop. But and in fact another challenge has been there are two different regulations, right? For selling to the same customer, same product, you have one fertilizer control order, you have got one CIB Pesticide Act, you have CIB regulations, two different regulations also. I do completely agree the way advancement in nutrition, the way biologicals, emerging need of biologicals is establishing, the way there is an emerging need in the crop protection is emerging. I think there is a need to think for a common policy, in my opinion. How do we integrate all three? Probably one from the regulatory standpoint of view also, right? Now, there were certain products which crop protection industry used to sell. Those products have been brought under fertilizer control order, creating a different kind of confusion, give different kind of, though there are different kind of challenges. Now, all put together, so I think we need to see it from a farmer's perspective. One, we need to see it from a crop perspective in order to look for these kind of how this can be integrated. So this is my thought. There are many nutrition products which works as a crop protection solutions to the farmers. Obviously, copper, sulfur, we all know, right? So that is one aspect. Farmer has been already using it, but somehow is not aware of the crop protection aspects also. But the consumption of all these are on an increasing trend only. So I think in a way this is a positive trend. Third one is we have been talking of new method of application of the advancements, and we have been talking about nanos. So nano nutrition, which can help obviously. Now nanos have got a very good compatibility with the crop protection, right? So in fact, this is one aspect which needs to be explored in detail at a farm level, at a regulatory level, and then maybe jointly promoted, right? So wherever the industry can commonly do. In fact, I got to know in one of the such seminars, the nano being positioned as protein enhancer in Europe, right? So someone was sharing some experience, and then how have we positioned this? Whenever there is a critical protein requirement in the crop, so spray nanos, they can, rather than the traditional application or rather than other ways, nano fertilizers can help increase the protein content of the crop on a faster basis. So many more advancements, a lot of scopes are already available. I think a need to look jointly and explore. If I see there are synergies.
Thank you. So second, this agriculture moving towards the integrated crop solutions. So how can the fertilizer and agrochemical industry work together cohesively for the balanced nutrition, precise crop production, and technology enable the advisory to deliver the both a higher production?
Thank you. A very good question. Only thing is, I might not be able to give a perfect answer to this. A lot of fertilizer companies started pesticide business. A lot of pesticide business companies started fertilizer business, right? But now everyone understands it's so difficult doing the others business, right? But definitely, as we talked about, it is one common customer, but no one has been able to crack that code, how to serve the same farmer for his three different needs. I think this is still an unanswered question. But looking, definitely there are, as we talked in the previous question also, that there are synergies possibilities. So there have been already experimentation from the fertilizer companies on this front. But I look, synergies is, it's not only the fertilizer, it's a nutrition, biologicals, and crop protection, all three to be integrated. One, lot of pesticide companies have already selling fertilizer products now. So you look at biostimulants, which is covered under, they were not sold by fertilizer companies, they were sold by the pesticide companies, and then agrochemical companies are actually serving. Probably this could create some more easiness for them to look at some more solutions in future, which probably could not have been delivered by the fertilizer industry, but an agrochemical industry could be able to serve those advanced solutions or the nutrition solution to the farmers. So I see that possibility of emerging that scenario sooner or later.
Thank you. So just before the concluding question, I would just like to take and catch this platform also. I would like to tell about the Reliance industry. What's Reliance industry going to do that? So basically, we are putting up this, our target is within five years, we are putting the 2000 CBG plant. This is the one vertical. And within 3 years, we are going to put the 1000 CBG plant. And this year, we are going for the 55 CBG plants. So what will happen with this? So basically, the parali burning is the main issue in India. So the agri waste is the 280 million tons is the agri waste. So we will procure the agri waste from the field and then convert into the gas, because we also depend this on the import of the gas. So we will convert into the gas. Whatever the leftover will be there. Then India also depend on the import of the 5 million tons of bitumen, is it clear? So we will convert into bitumen. Then finally the bracket pellet, which is used as a energy for the all the plant, whether cement, power, everywhere we use that. Then leftover will be this organic manure. Organic manure means this fermented organic manure, powder, granule, other complete things. So by this way, we will reduce the carbon emission to the environment. It's a net zero. Our plan is a net zero by 2035, and from the Annadata to Urja Data. So that is our mission and goal for this. Second, we will reduce the increasing the soil carbon. The organic manure will be used for the increasing the soil carbon. So we will increase the soil carbon of our Mother Earth. That is the second objective. Third is reducing the dependency on the gas import, bitumen and others also. So we are going for the green energy for this. This is the one vertical. Second is the green hydrogen, green ammonia, green urea. That is the second model. For that we are just going for the 5.5 lakh acre this solar 0 by giga plant there in the Jamnagar, the Gujarat. So we are going for the green hydrogen. That's the second vertical for this. So by this way we will achieve this by 2035. This is our the net zero carbon. Now this before conclude, I would ask from each and everyone, what is the one transformational changes the fertilizer industry must prioritize by the 2032 balance productivity, profitability, planet health? We start with the Manoj. Yeah.
Can you repeat your question? Sorry.
See, what is the one transformational change the fertilizer industry must prioritize by the 2032 balance productivity, profitability, and planet health?
I think common farmer and then focus on the nutrient use efficiency. In my opinion, promote the nutrient use efficiency. That would be my thought.
Thank you.
So, I mean, to me, it's more start looking into the future. So far, unfortunately, our plant nutrient industry, by and large, has been working on a distribution matrix for long. No investment in R&D, no investment in startups, no investment or thought on, bringing a change with changing times in distribution models for products, to reach out to markets, and on the other side, delivery models to the plant. So these are certain areas, and next 25 years definitely are driven by two things, which all of us know. One is algorithm, and another is genomics. So one of the largest industry in country, if we don't start not only thinking, working on all these paradigms. So just distributing subsidies, this imbalance, reducing productivity will kill all of us. So time to change the way we are ready to basically face this cusp where AI is coming, and probably next 5 to 10 years are very, 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 very important. And a large industry like fertilizer, they really need a radical change. Now time to invest in future.
Thank you. Yeah.
So I think in my view, if I talk about uses of this kind of fertilizer, or I would even say biostimulant or biologicals, has to be need-based. Sorry if I am talking less on business side, but definitely I am talking more about farmer side, where still there is a gap in terms of understanding what is required to the field or to the soil. So it's directly going as per the conventional uses, but it has to be need a transformational change, making it as a need base. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, man.
Yeah, to me, I would say it's innovation. It's a need of an hour. I would say we must prioritize bringing in or developing efficient, forward-looking products in India, which can enhance farm productivity, profitability, and support healthier planet, I would say. And that has to be accompanied or complement with the digital tools, because India, it's predominantly by a smallholder farmers, and reaching out to them physically, it's not possible. So it has to be a digital thing. So I think yes, innovation is something which we need to talk about.
Thank you. So I give the thanks to the all each and every the speaker to give the wonderful ideas and we discuss about this. What should be the future and innovative product for us. So thank you everyone and thank you also.
Thank you very much. And thank you, Mr. Dinesh Singh ji. Now I request you to please kindly felicitate our panelists. Mr. Manoj Varshney ji, Mr. Dushyant Tyagi ji, Navdeep Mehta ji, Mr. Manas Tewari. And now I request Mr. Giggs Monwell to please kindly come and felicitate our moderator. Thank you very much. Can we have a big round of applause for such a great panel discussion, everyone? Thank you very much.